guys, Tristan back again for another video. Today, this Saturday, we take on Brighton and Hove Albion away at the Amex Stadium. For those of you who don't really remember what happened last time, it's a little recap. M23 derby, the derby that, let's say, half this football generation this day and they probably couldn't give two monkeys about. Last time we met the Scum was back in, I think it was the 16th of December 2019, halfway through the Premier League season in the M23 derby. And that Brighton did go in front, Mope scoring, it's a good finish actually, to be fair. That's what I'm going to really clarify it as. But yeah, you know, he scored a superb goal, and Brighton went 1-0 up about 10 minutes into the second half from what I can remember. And then man like Wilfred Zaha absolutely banging one in to the top left hand corner via Matt Ryan's goal, giving us level, giving us the point that we needed. You know, at least we didn't lose the M23 derby. But yeah, the home stills run was thumping, the atmosphere was buzzing, everything was on a high for us after, well, towards the last 15 minutes of the game, when of course we finally woke up and realised that it was a derby and not just any average Premier League game. But yeah, the main thing is I want to see this Saturday is us to get them 3 points and, you know, bag 4 points off. I know it's not 6, but you know, at least Brighton never beat us once again, just like what they did last season, and getting gassed that they got 6 points. However, this is the Premier League, anything can happen, anything is possible. Goals, headbutts, penalties, red cards, Glamari scoring a hat-trick, Milivojevic scoring a banger at the last minute from the penalty spot, man like Wilf bagging a hat-trick and that. You never know what to expect. It could just go from absolute chaos to us, or it could just be an absolute God's blessing in some way. If you obviously look at where both teams are on the table, Brighton are 5 points behind us in the Premier League table. They currently sit around 15th, well actually no, they do sit 15th, we sit 30th, so only 2 places behind us. If they win, they won't go above us. If they draw, obviously they won't go above us. If we win, we'll go further on in the table, possibly to 10th or even 11th, and try and, you know, progress up in that Premier League table. And that they have in their last 5 games they're only they've drawn 4 and lost 1, so they're on a lot better form than us compared to us drawing 1, losing 3, and then winning 1 last time out against Newcastle last Saturday and that. So it's doing all right. The goal difference, Brighton have got a worse goal difference than we have. Actually, now I'm looking at it right now, we got a worse goal difference than Brighton. I just realised that now about 1, so we need to really go there and try and, you know, get a clean sheet. Okay, so we're going to move on to the team news now quickly as well. I'm going to do my lineup prediction in a quick succession after this as well. Dale Stephens is 50-50 for Brighton. We'll start with Brighton, of course. Obviously, you know, he picked up a minor injury a few games ago, and that, for what I've seen here and that, I might be wrong. We got a few players out. James Tompkins is out with his calf injury. Schlupp Sacco is still out fitness-wise, but they are close to coming back. Andros Townsend is close to a return. And Checo Gliato did pick up an injury against Newcastle United last week, I should say, on Saturday. I believe it was a minor knock. Will be assessed for the game on Saturday. So very interesting team news. And speaking of that, we're going to quickly move on to the team lineup predictions for Crystal Palace. So I'm, of course, obviously going to go with our #1 goalkeeper. He's been magnificent this season, kept about 7 clean sheets, 3 away from 10, of course, in the Premier League in total. So Vincente Gaita, my man, they're going to go straight in goal for us. For Van Aanholt, a left back, and centre backs of Martin Kelly and Gary Kay. I think Kelly should come in for Scott Dan. Scott Dan, he did play well against Newcastle, but fitness-wise, throughout the 90 minutes, and the intensity and the passion and the pace you're going to have to put into this game, I don't think he's going to be up for it. Like Mr. Joel Ward, because of course he's the only right back we've got. In midfield, it's McCarthy and James MacArthur. They're both central defensive midfielders, and they will allow to sort of drop back and come forward and add a bit of pace and put teams under pressure, which is exactly what they did last time out against Newcastle. This game, it sounds risky. I'm going to go for front four. So Hart out wide on the left, Benteke and Ayew both up front. They have played up front together before. Maybe Ayew does need someone up front as soon, of course, as Benteke does as well. And I think Benteke, this hopefully could be the game when he does at least put not 1 but hopefully 2 goals in the back of the net. You never really know. I just hope he has a good game, and I think he does better a lot. He does a lot better away from home than he does scoring goals at home. He hasn't even scored a goal in nearly 2 years. So what does that tell you? He's back in business, Mr. Andros Townsend. Hopefully Roy has the urgency and the common sense to play him. He's fully fit. You know, he's been on the bench. He's only come on once, and that was against Sheffield United. Since he's come back from injury, I could really put in a good shift and have a massive impact into the team and that. So yeah, that is a team lineup. In goal for Centre Guy, back for Fanano, Cahill and Kelly and Ward. Two midfielders in MacArthur and James McCarthy. In the front four, Christian Benteke, Ayew, Zaha wide on the left, and Andros Townsend, of course, out wide on the right. Now, you know, it all comes down to Saturday. Can we get the 3 points? Can we go there and win for the first time in Premier League history? And of course, the first time since beating them in April of 2018, nearly 2 years ago, believe it or not. So that is a long time, believe it or not, especially from my patient's point of view in that. Now it's all about the bragging rights. You know, we just need to not perform how we did last season at the Amex and in both 2 games as well, and not perform in the first 75 minutes last time out this season back in December, because that was atrocious. And believe me, if you were there, the atmosphere was toxic and things were getting out of hand, especially when Brighton scored. I see a lot of passion, I want to see a lot of pace, I want to see hunger and desire for the team in the team. Of course, the fans are going to show it. I will be showing it as well. And yeah, bring on, you know, bring on the scum. Let's just hope we can go back up the M23, along the M25, around up to through Croydon and that. And yeah, get the 3 points. So yeah, come on you Palace, try not to let me down. I will be vlogging the game. I'm not going to be going to the game because A, it got sold out too quickly and I wasn't really up for going, especially what's happened there in the past and that. I couldn't really go there. So I'm going to go Box Park Croydon and I'm going to try and do a vlog there. I did film there before for one thing. I don't know what I was, just for some Palace event and that. But they said I could not film, believe it or not. So yeah, that's the way it is. Palace try not to let me down. Let's get the 3 points. Let's beat these scumbags. And see you lot in my next video, which will be hopefully at Box Park Croydon. But like, share and subscribe. Road to 1K. Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Link in the description below. You know what to do, my people, and that. And I will see you lot at Box Park. Eagles.